Hey there, it's Laura Wansick, and I've got a second Disney album that I want to share from our April 2022 trip. So I already posted a video of a walkthrough of this album, which is a digital book that I made on blurb.com, and it's got lots of pages. I made a copy for me and my parents who took us on this trip. Turned out great. Definitely check out that video if you're interested. And basically what happened was that I had gathered a lot of ephemera and things from the trip that I wanted to include in the album, but then I ended up making this digital book that I loved, and I ended up telling all the stories that I wanted to tell and including all of my favorite photos in it. So I didn't really have much of a need to make another album, but I had cut this really fun album out from the Glowforge where I work, and on the back I had done this really cool little engraved Mickey. Sorry, this is sticking here. There we go. You can see that. So I really wanted to use it because I had a lot of fun making it. So what I did was I basically reprinted my favorite photos and then just included all the ephemera. So I'm going to do a walkthrough of this album for you. So this is acrylic that I bought on Amazon, and there's a place where I work that you can use a Glowforge for free. So I decided to try it out. I created the template for this in Photoshop and then used some of the software with the Glowforge to make it work. So I cut these lines so that they would fit the standard hole punch that I use for a lot of my albums, and punched out the photos and some other things with that. So this is just a general map that I have of Disney that I included, and then I just, this is what the Mickey pretzels come in, so I just machine stitched it on here, created a little pocket, and then some of the random photos and things that I didn't know where else to put them, I just put them here in this little pocket. So we had gone on a trip in 1989, and so I had brought some photos from that trip to hold up against the landscape, and those photos are included in the digital book, but these are the original photos, so I just thought that I would put them in here. So these are first visit buttons that we had gotten, and they're pins. So what I did was I removed the pin backs and then used some foam adhesive to adhere them here to this plastic sheet, and just did a little bit of journaling and a title here. This is pretty much, there's only like 3 places that I do journaling in this album. So this is kind of like a abbreviated album of this trip, just to include the ephemera and some just highlight photos. So there's some holographic cardstock here, some stars. I stamped this, and then did a little bit of journaling with some basic information about the trip. We went during the 50th anniversary, so this is a postcard that I bought, and also one that we had sent to some other people. You can hear. I like that sound. Sorry if you don't. Again, some journaling, and then I grabbed the maps from each of the parks we went to, and I just cut out. So this album is 7 by 8.5, so I just cut out 7 by 8.5, and then just adhered the front to the back. You can see no journaling really, just flipping through some favorite photos and pieces here. And then we went to Disney Springs, so I included that. I'd also grabbed some tags. This was a tag from some piece of clothing or something that someone had bought. I thought this was cute. Disney princess, and then just some stickers. This is a popcorn holder. That fit nicely. Flattened, of course. I don't think actual popcorn was in this. Maybe it was. I don't actually know, but you can see that it folds out to be a popcorn holder. These were a few of the room keys that I managed to grab. And so basically the map kind of shows the next day. So like this is Hollywood Studios, and then we're entering when we went to Hollywood Studios. Cinderella's Royal Table Restaurant. They gave all of us a wishing star. So I just grabbed one of those and put it on a piece of plastic here. And that's it. So really, again, an abbreviated version of the other Disney album. But between the two of these, I feel like there's lots of fun stories and pieces to remember this really magical trip.